All right. Let's go ahead and talk about Potomac. So Robyn and Giselle sit down. They link up. I ain't really care too much about Nneka being in the car with her man getting that phone call. We'll just get to some of the main points. Robyn and Giselle, they sit down having a conversation. We learned that they had a live podcast in Atlanta. And during that time, Giselle got the opportunity to speak with Juan. I was just wondering whether that conversation was in private or whether other people were around, since she feels so uncomfortable when she's in private settings with other people's husbands. It's just what I was wondering. Okay, now Giselle did let us know that Juan got loud with her based on the things that Robyn said that she said, because she wasn't buying his lies. Okay, Robyn decides to say, "Oh, girl, he wasn't yelling at you." First of all, Robyn, were you even there? It seemed like he wasn't even over there when they were talking. But anyway,
She
you,
was.
she was over there talking
Yeah.
about some. He wasn't yelling at you. He, was a coach.
Here.
He has hearing issues. And I said, Robyn, that's what we doing.
Hmm. Girl, that was the worst part to me. The excuse that she made. I was like,
What?
now he's short of hearing, and that's why. But then
And
said
she
he
was
wasn't.
laughing the whole time.
But
Right.
then she said he wasn't yelling at her. But then said that, girl, what are you talking about? All he said was he didn't stick his thing in her. And I was like, and see, that's the thing. He was being vulgar with Giselle when he was talking to her. So I think he
Mm-hmm.
was yelling at her. I think they're
Me
both
too.
playing it down. I think Giselle played it down, and I think Robyn playing it down. And I think there's a reason that we didn't see it on camera.
Yes. Anybody else? Because this is what I was comparing it to. Real Housewives of Atlanta, when everything was over and they had everybody set up their phones and do the recording and all of that extra stuff in the hotel room. Why y'all ain't do the
Mhm.
same thing with Juan now? I
Mhm.
don't think that's fair. I feel like that's still giving some type of special privilege that we don't get to be privy to the conversation of Giselle and him. But we get to see these somewhat delicate conversations where it's like Giselle is slick calling Robyn out so that she can not be called out by the fans, as far as
Uh-huh.
Giselle being
Or
called out by
about
the
other
fans.
people.
But
Mhm.
it's not as deep as you have taken it with other people's situations. It's like
Nah,
you
she
being
trying to fake
delicate.
jump
Is
ahead
that,
on it.
yeah. I didn't like that. I wish that we would have saw that. I do believe that one yelled at her.
I
And I
do.
do believe that
Y'all
he
think
was full of shit.
y'all think Juan got some type of pull like Michael Darby did?
I don't know what's going on.
No.
I don't think he got
I mean,
pulled, but
so
it's something's going on because I'm gonna tell you what I really think. I think and people gonna, feel how they feel, but I think motherfuckers is male identified. The producers, like people on Real Housewives of Potomac protect the men on this show more than they protect the women on this show, and the show is about the women. It doesn't even make any sense. It to me, I feel like Robyn is over there being like mentally and emotionally abused by Juan, even verbally. So I think that she walks on eggshells and everybody is responding to Robyn walking on eggshells about Juan. Juan will blow up on people. So I think everybody is kind of moving like they scared of Juan or some shit. And I'm just trying to understand how you scared of a nigga that ain't got no job that's just staying at the house. Like,
right. And what I'm thinking is like, did he is the show not showing him cuss Giselle out because he's going through a lawsuit? That's what I mean by pull. Like,
Mm.
like did they not show that part of the tapes in his favor for some reason? Because to me, it seems like something they definitely would have filmed. Because if they didn't, to Robin's point, where are we discussing it? If it wasn't on film, her and Giselle technically didn't have to even talk about that.
Mm.
So I feel like what this scene was with Giselle and Robyn was an opportunity to discuss what they didn't want to show, what they didn't want to put out.
Absolutely. But even Giselle was like, we don't have to get into what he said. We don't have to get into what he said. But they kind of got into a little bit of what was said. But I don't know. That just kind of irritated me because you ain't take that same stance when it came to Chris last season, bitch. So
hmm.
here we
Look,
are. But
listen,
you
I
want to
wanted
be
to
like, we
say
don't have
the same thing Robyn said at the end of the reunion show. Can we all admit a married man being in a room, in a hotel room with another woman? It doesn't look good, Robyn. It doesn't look good, honey. And I still don't like the fact that she gets so upset and so mad whenever somebody bring up her and wine, but she giggles and loves getting into the mess with other people. And I
mm-hmm.
understand that on some level, that's like a human thing, right? You don't want people all in your business, but you love hearing about other people's shit. But the way at the end of the episode, Robyn was like, they're not letting her talk. It's more to the story. And she's not getting all the story out, talking about Nneka and Wendy. Like
Mhm.
Wendy wasn't letting Nneka get all of the tea out. I was just kind of like coming from the bitch that really just tried to shut this whole shit
Talk
down.
about it.
A nigga. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like Robyn. And I feel like Juan is a douchebag. I really want them both off the show. Like, get them out of here.
Mm. I agree. I've been trying, but girl, you irritating the hell out of me. Okay, that's one. Quick thing, Candiace's mama and Chris. Every time that lady come around, she asking about Chris' finances, and I kind of want her to let it go. I kind of want her to let it go because I feel like Candiace enables his position. This man had a job doing well. Candiace wanted him to be there, and I feel like that's fucked up that you snatch him from his job or put him in a position to quit, but then you get to go and be away from the damn house all this time. And
I'm
you
gonna
talking about Chris helps you with all of this, but the grass look like it need to be cut. Now I like you, Candiace, but girl, somebody need to get back there and get the mowing or something.
let me tell you, I think the only reason her mama brought that shit up is because Candiace was asking her mama for money.
I
They
forgot. Did she say something about that in the kitchen?
She said something about the tour.
She asked her for a dishwasher.
Either a dishwasher or talking about that goddamn tour and how much money she spent on the tour, but how they gotta go bigger the next time because she don't have a record label anymore. When she was talking about that with her mom right before, she asked what Chris is doing. So it felt like you coming to me asking me for money, but what is your husband doing to help you pay for this damn tour? That's what that
Gotcha.
felt like to me.
I didn't think about that. That is
Me
a great
neither.
point. Because she mentioned a tour gift, then she mentioned a dishwasher, then she's
Yeah,
talking about we done spent so
that's a
much
good point.
money. And then oh god.
And Chris is yelling at me. Yes, that's her trying to get sympathy from her mama as well. I think
She
though,
said,
I
Mom,
think
you
that's a
know
good
he
point,
works.
Bondi. I didn't even think about that.
That's why I believe
Damn.
that Chris could have been cheating on her. Maybe not with that exact woman who was lying, but the story was plausible simply because of the dynamics of their relationship. I think that, on some level, Chris be resenting Candiace.
Mm.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because the thing is, she was used to living at the mercy of her mama because she was benefiting from her.
Mhm.
But him as a grown man having to do this, he probably like, shit, why did I ever I don't know. It's kind of weird because on the flip side, Miss Dorothy's all in their business because Candiace allows them. And it must be because they still benefiting from her some way. Who knows? I have no idea.
Mm.
But I think that's a lot of the dynamics. I don't know. I just couldn't
Mm.
imagine as a man being in a position where you feel like you got your mother-in-law that's overstepping. But then the question is she overstepping because there's, she got something on her, that's making her feel like she can step like that. She's benefiting y'all and she could take it away.
Candiace's mom also wants her to have a conversation with Robyn and move forward. And as I rethought about last season, fuck no. Because you know
Yeah,
what
I'm
I
gonna say
forgot
fuck
about?
Robyn.
You know what I forgot about? Yeah, Robyn switched up at, close to the end of the season or at the reunion. 1 minute you team Chris, then you upholding Giselle BS. But girl, you also recorded some stuff that she said, and then you played it amongst the table trying to get her tied the fuck up. Y'all remember that?
Oh, I
When
forgot
she
about that.
recorded
Yes.
She
Candiace
brought a whole ass
or
speaker.
yeah, put a she screen recorded that live and then played that trying to get that girl tied. No, bitch, F you. So Candiace, you shouldn't have even been surprised when she wasn't speaking to you because you hockey did drag the hell out of her. And I'm not saying you shouldn't have, okay? But girl, no ma'am.
And I'm
Nah,
gonna
we
tell
don't
you
really gotta talk.
another reason why I didn't like that, because to me, it's like, Dorothy, you already want Candiace to ignore how you mistreat her and continue to just go along with y'all relationship like nothing happened. And so for you to turn around and want her to have that same attitude towards a bitch like Robyn, that pissed me off, because it's like, where's the protection for your daughter? Where is the, I don't want you to fuck with her because she don't mean well. Like, where is that at? And that's the problem for me when Candiace was talking about, oh, me and my mom are better. No, y'all are not. Because that lady to me still don't have your back the way I feel like she's supposed to under the circumstances of what goes on this show. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, you ain't gotta be, she ain't gotta be Tina Knowles writing paragraphs and shit. But damn, bitch, you could at least not have your daughter feeling bad because she don't want to be friends with somebody that dogged her out like that. Like,
Yes, it is weird.
I like
Yeah,
what Grace
everybody race
said.
but Candiace.
Yeah.
Exactly.
She said she don't want her
Well, Candace's husband.
isolated. She sees how these girls isolate women to get them off this show. That's for Candiace's job security. That's why she wants her to have a conversation.
I don't
ain't
think that's
vibing.
why. Because even when they had the drawback music video, Candiace was her position on the show was very comfortable. But you was talking shit about your daughter with them ladies who really don't fuck with her.
Ooh.
I don't know. Something about that is weird. What is there to like about Robyn? I mean, I'm not saying Robyn's unlikable, but I mean from Miss Dorothy's point of view, what does Miss Dorothy like about Robyn or Candiace?
Miss Dorothy, honey. Girl, that's so
She don't
mean.
like her daughter. That's really what it
Is
is.
it that she don't like her? Or is it that she jealous?
Same.
I think it's because she can't control her in the way that she wants to control her. That's why.
She's
I think it's a lot. I think it's a
definitely a tough
nuance, actually.
parent.
Mhm.
My God, today. Nneka and Wendy have the conversation at the table. Nneka came in guns blazing with an attitude. Also called Wendy a bitch. Okay, she cussed
With
at her,
some
then called
bass.
her a bitch, and said that she heard she had an issue with her, and said her mom had a shrine, right? So first of all, Nneka, girl, I ain't necessarily saying it for you, but Wendy, don't sit too high up. Okay, because for me, you look dumb as hell. Okay, when
Yeah,
you
yeah,
got up
Jamie, I'm with you.
strutting around, Thomas saying you're jealous. You're jealous of everything. If you've been jealous from the beginning, if you don't know her, what the hell is she jealous about from the beginning? So that makes me believe that y'all may have some type of interaction or something that like y'all do know each other, even though y'all saying that y'all don't. Y'all at least familiar. If y'all seen each other in passing, y'all don't know each other, but y'all know of each other. But I do believe that Nneka moved like Courtney moved with Real Housewives of Atlanta, acting like
Yes.
you really know this lady when you really don't know this lady. Wendy, it was unwarranted. You going to the back talking to Candiace. First of all, why the fuck is you pulling Mia to the side to resolve stuff when she threw a drink in your damn face? Why is you pulling her to the side to have a conversation? Like that don't make sense. Then you talking to Candiace and I'm talking about it's not my fault that God did whatever with me and he clocked out on you. And it's just like, Wendy, have a seat. Like you doing too, like you like this. I'm just not used to seeing Wendy like that. And she made herself look a dog ass fool. The
Yes.
deflection was horrible. And everybody just looked a damn fool. I was just disappointed. I was just
Jamie,
disappointed. I was disappointed.
I agree with everything you said, Jamie. It was cringe as fuck watching that playback. And that's what made me think. Like, for me, I still don't fuck with Nneka at all. I do not like her. She's on the show on assignment. There's something about her character that I don't trust. Like, I can't believe what she's saying. But it wasn't until Wendy started acting like that where I was like, this shit is not adding up. And it felt like whenever she was talking to Candiace and the girls about God has done this with me and God this, it felt like to me she was trying to reinforce the fact that they are Christians. But in the same breath, I think it's two things. I immediately thought about how Wendy Mama got into it with Mia last year in December and said to hell with you and Peter, like sent this long message going off on her. That's what I think happened similarly with Nneka. I don't think that this woman literally submitted your name to a shrine, but I do think that I do think that Wendy's mom will try to read people in the name of God, and I think that's what she was doing with Nneka. I think Wendy knew that that sounded odd, and Wendy tried to deflect from that. But as much as that's dumb, I feel like the more irresponsible thing that's going on is Nneka allowing these women to make a mockery and make up all kind of sensationalized shit about their culture and be afraid of things. And it's just very irresponsible. And she's doing that because she's trying to get put on. So I'm not fucking with Nneka at all. I think that they know of each other, but they don't know each other like that. But I do think that somebody called Nneka on the show not wanting her to get on. I do.
I don't like Nneka. I don't like her. I don't like calling Wendy's mom a witch. I don't like how many times she brought up the shrine situation. You have nothing else to say. Wendy didn't do shit to you, but you have all of this anger for Wendy. Then y'all talking about Eddie unfollowed Ike on fucking Facebook. Y'all just trying too hard to create Wendy and her family as an adversary. And I just think it goes to show that as much as people try to act like, oh, you know, my tribe, and, you know, Nigerians and all of that, y'all don't give a fuck about that, because look how quick she came over here to throw all of that into the trash can so she can be friends with these white adjacent women. Just saying. But it does remind me the way y'all do like white people more than y'all like other black people. Just saying.
I feel like Wendy and Nneka, Ike, and Eddie are definitely being used as deflections at this time to avoid from speaking about Robyn and Juan. But understand it's on its way, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. At least I hope it's on its way. Because Robyn pulled that same thing when she was talking to Giselle, and then she said, "Oh, let me tell you about this." She hurried and got off of her on One so she could talk about Wendy. But did y'all catch how all Karen was trying to do was bring a highlight to the fact that we don't rock with each other, but she showed up.
Yeah.
Robyn made
Didn't
it
say
a
nothing
big
about
deal.
Juan.
Right, nothing about Juan. She made it a big deal so it could be Juan's cue to walk the hell off.
Yep.
And that's exactly what he did.
She said Juan and Robyn, you know, y'all came, and you know, she was just saying, I'm grateful that y'all came, because first of all, Juan never comes to anything, and Robyn, I don't get along with you, and y'all showed up, so I'm grateful y'all showed up. As soon as she said Juan's name in this group setting, I guess Juan thought he was about to get pulled into some group discussion about him cheating on Robyn, so he decides to respond like, man, I ain't standing for this shit, I'm walking off, you fucking douchebag. And then Robyn, because she's so scared that when she gets home he's gonna verbally assault her ass behind this situation, that she hurry up and, you know, why are you bringing up my name? Why are you bringing up my name? The way she did that to me was a response to Juan, not really a response to Karen. Because y'all do this shit all the time and you don't do all of that. It just kind of make me feel like she's always so scared of how these women are going to get her in trouble with Juan. Because whenever they say something about him, she ends up getting her ass handed to her by Juan.
Did y'all peep how Nneka husband wanted to attach himself to Juan so fucking bad? Maybe it was just me. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I used to work out there. No, he said what? I worked out there. I went to school out there.
He said, I went to school out there. He said, when'd you go? He said, man, you had already left before I got there. You a fan.
Oh,
you like Juan. He said you had already left before I got there. And then whenever Juan walked off, he walked off behind him. Like, man, you and your wife is one and the same. Y'all are fans, and y'all are trying to attach yourself to other people on this show.
They are, but y'all reach as hell. I thought people should be trying to attach themselves to y'all. Let y'all, you know, tell me.
Another moment I didn't like, when he said that shit about say it with your chest to Eddie, and Wendy got in between them like, hold up, like, let's walk away because I don't like how this feel. Like, you could tell that was the energy that Wendy was on, because she was more so turned towards Eddie when she stepped in between them. And then Nneka gonna say, no, back up off my husband. Let the men be men. Let the men be men. And then he turned around, stop talking. Like, I think that you and your husband disrespect each other and talk to each other any old kind of fucking way. And you mad because you ain't never seen Wendy and Eddie disrespecting each other on this goddamn show.
Yeah, I just need Wendy to re-enroll in Housewives boot camp, because the whole stand-up spin around was not it. I was like, Wendy, I thought we left this in season 1. Zen Win. This was not it. Wendy was cringe as fuck.
She don't know how to she don't know how to handle it yet. Because honestly, Wendy could have just, that whole conversation could have been from her seat like she was. Girl, whatever.
Absolutely.
I don't care. And if my mama did submit your name to a shrine, we'll just wait and see if it works. Like,
okay, that's all she had to say.
Yes,
we'll just wait.
And it made me think that your mama did, like, I don't think her mama got a shrine, but it made me think that somebody in your family did something, because the behavior was just odd. It was like, is she saying something that's maybe a little bit true? Like, did y'all really not want her on the show? I don't know.
But it also was giving energy of Wendy knows that you conspired with some of these ladies on the show to come for me, and it's not working. And I want to show over time that I'm unbothered, but everything you're doing is actually showing that you're bothered as fuck. And what I cannot stand is the fact that Ashley Darby wins again. Ashley Darby, you know, all I keep seeing is Mimi Faust when she says classic Stevie J, because that's classic for classic Ashley Darby.
I'm starting to think, this is the thing. Initially, I was upset thinking that Ashley was the conspirator, all this shit. I don't think conspired all this shit. I don't think she did. I don't think she did. I think that Ashley was just the catalyst for the issues that Nneka already had with Wendy to come to the front. That's all it was. I think even if Ashley wouldn't have had the conversation with Wendy, we still be in the same situation, which is why I almost feel like I can't blame Ashley the way that I was in the beginning. Because Nneka is on assignment. And Ashley is known for being messy. So Ashley's like, if you want me to bring it up, I will. This is a part of the plan.
Mm-hmm. She could be a catalyst for that. But I'm still gonna put it on Ashley. I don't care. It's on you, bitch. Okay? Because you made her feel comfortable enough to do some shit like that. So I'm still putting it on your ass because you also waited too long to come back to Wendy and tell her, hey guys, I messed up. My bad. I didn't mean, I think I said it inappropriately. You knew how you said it when you said it, so you had an intent to be messy as fuck. You sat down with Giselle, sat down with Nneka. The whole plan was for her to come for Wendy, especially after you found out the issue that they already was dealing with as far as the phone call or whatever. So Ashley, it was a scheme that all y'all came up with to come to us. Thank you, Nneka, for the super chat. When Wendy first came on, they accused her family of being outcast, and Eddie's family has nothing to do with them. Thank you so much for the super chat. I do remember that, because remember they had the wedding and they were trying to play that out like Eddie's family didn't like Wendy's family and this and that. So it's kind of coming up. I kind of like yet again, like there's something going on with Wendy's family. But was there anything else? I think that was it. There was nothing else really with Potomac. Was there anything else that y'all wanted to mention for Potomac?
No.